Tommy,
Hey, how's
how
it
you
going?
doing, buddy? I caught you in the middle of a little business.
Yep. Just doing a little hot towel shave today.
Do you have a steady enough hand, Tommy, to answer a few questions for our listeners while you do that shave?
Yeah, for sure. Definitely do that.
What made you decide to go into barbering and open up your own shop?
Since I was younger, I actually started cutting hair when I was 13 years old. And I found out at a very, very young age that I had a really good hand for barbering and cutting hair. And so I was actually self-taught for a long, long time. Would go to like rehab centers and offer to do free haircuts so that I could teach myself how to do all kinds of different styles. But eventually I was able to go to cosmetology school and then barber school after that. But yeah, it's always been a passion of mine since I was really, really young.
Can you tell the story a little bit about what you did during COVID to build your business and keep it going?
Yeah, so with COVID, it was very, very tricky. It was one of those things that we didn't know from one second to the next if we were going to be open or not, if they were going to shut us down. And sure enough, my first week that I was supposed to open up my single suite, we got notification that barbershops and cosmetology, like all the beauty centers, everything were going to be shut down. And so my opening week was no more. Like they shut us down. And then
That was your opening week.
It was my opening week.
Wow.
Yeah. And so from there, I didn't know when they were going to allow us to reopen or what was going to happen. And then I believe it was like a week or 2 weeks later, there was a word that we could open up outside and we could continue as usual, but we would do it outside. That the cosmetology and State Board of Barbering was allowing this one time because of the special circumstance with COVID. So just opening, I had no clientele here in Poway. And so I figured this was my opportunity to get my name out there. So I went to Walmart, bought a bench, bought an electrical generator, and set up outside. I had a banner made saying, "Hey, Archetype Barbershop, we are open." And before you know it, people started coming because no one else was open. No one else was willing to open up. It was in the middle of the summer too. It was hot. I remember that we had a heat wave that was kind of crazy. But you know, I made it happen. And honestly, you know what it reminds me of now that I think about it is you remember when in Forrest Gump when he was the last shrimp boat left.
Right.
And that's kind of how it felt. And I was able to build my clientele overnight. And the second week I was outside cutting hair, KUSI News got a hold of me and asked if they could interview me. And after that, I had people from all over San Diego coming out to come and see me because they were just looking for any place that was open to get a haircut.
That's fantastic. You're obviously very passionate about what you do. What drives you, Tommy? What's the best part of your day?
The best part of my day, aside from my kids, yes, one of my favorites is spending time with my children. But when I'm here at work, I love interacting with my clients. I love meeting different types of people from different types of backgrounds and different like work stories and stuff. Like I learned so much just being here in the barbershop by being able to talk to all these different people from different walks of life. I enjoy that. And then at the end of the day, when I'm done with their haircut, done with their shave, they look great, they feel great, and that makes me feel good.
Awesome. What surprised you most when you went into business?
I would say the numbers. No, I'm not really a numbers guy, so keeping track of where the money was going, how much was coming in, how much was going out, that was the hardest for me, was because I could do this all day long. I could cut hair. Right. Been doing this since I was young, but when it came to actually running the business and doing the numbers, I had to teach myself and watch YouTube videos and how to run a barbershop and all that stuff to be able to be successful.
Right. What do the customers love about your barbershop?
What I've been told from the customers is that they really, really enjoy the conversation. they enjoy being able to come to a place where they can sit back, they can relax, and this is kind of like a men's spa for them. They get to like, you know, decompress, and they talk to me, and sometimes it's deep conversations. Sometimes we're just joking and having a great time where they're forgetting about what's going on the outside world, and they're just focused in, and we're having a really, really good time, joking, laughing. And so I believe that's what it is. The atmosphere that we build here at the Archetype Barbershop is one of the best compliments like I get all the time.
So it's haircuts and shaves with a side of therapy.
Right, exactly. Yep.
What advice do you have for young aspiring barbers?
I would say one thing I did coming out of barber school that I realized is I had a dream and I had a passion for what type of barbershop I wanted it, and I wanted it to be separate from anything else that was out there. And I get told that now constantly, like, wow, you can't find a barbershop like this nowadays, because I want to bring that old original barbershop, how it was, into today's time with a little bit of a modern, you know, twist to it. So I say to new barbers, find your niche, find what you're passionate about, because you are only going to be great at what your passion is and what it's about. And if you stick to that, then, you know, that's the best you could do.
Everything else is gravy after
Exactly.
that. How can people contact you and make an appointment?
So there's a couple of ways. You could look us up on Google. You could look up the Archetype Barbershop. We do have an app that you could download on your Android or your Apple phone. It's called the Archetype Barbershop, and not through there you could book your appointments. This is appointment only. We reserve an hour for each haircut. If it's a haircut and a beard grooming service, then, you know, it's an hour and a half. And then you could also call me at area code 619-757-5772, or look us up on Instagram, which is the Archetype Barbershop. You go to archetypebarbershop.com to make an appointment.
Tommy, thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
Yes, no, thank you.
Very gracious.
Thank you.
Tommy, give us a dad joke.
Ooh, a dad joke. So I think it's the best dad joke. How can you tell when a dad joke becomes a dad joke?
I don't know.
When it becomes apparent.